chronic pain, fight with food. I'm revisiting chronic pain. We're going to do this over and over again to have a strategy. Remember the strategy that we talked about in the past. This is our chronic pain strategy. That's non-drug, non-pharmaceutical. We have chiropractic. Now remember, with chiropractic care, you have to give it enough time. So get corrective chiropractic care and wellness chiropractic care after you're feeling better. Number 2, the cleanest diet you can tolerate. We're going to revisit that one in a moment, which includes water, meaning making sure you're drinking enough water. Don't drink any calories, no juice, no soda, no diet soda, more on that in a moment, and so forth. Don't drink any calories unless you're a high caliber athlete and so forth. Number 3 is anti-inflammatory supplements. We covered that in prior shows. Omega-3 fish oil, antioxidants, magnesium, vitamin D, probiotic, and so forth, okay? Number 4, enough and regular exercise to your tolerance. Talk to your doctor first. Talk to your doctor before you do any of these, of course. Sleep, make sure you get enough and regular sleep as best you can. And of course, the unsung hero here is stress. We'll be doing shows. We have done shows on that in the past, and we'll be doing more. But now I just want to talk about fight with food, and we're going to do 3 things on the fight with food. Number 1, and this is really important, and my colleague Dr. Dan Murphy does it here. No diet anything. Number 1 is fighting pain with food. Number 1 is no diet anything. No diet soda, no diet foods, no sugar-free anything, no diet juices, no sugar-free juice, no sugar-free iced tea stuff, the powdered things, none of that. And here's why. You want to remove glutamate and aspartame from your system. Reduce, avoid, or eliminate. No, I'm going to say eliminate dietary excitotoxins, glutamate, aspartate, which is half of aspartame. Excitotoxins are known to create chronic pain sensitization, and their elimination can 100% cure chronic pain syndromes in many people. Remember, I talked about in the past the book called Excitotoxins, The Taste That Kills by Dr. Russell Blaylock. Great book. I recommend reading it. The quick and easy way to get to it is, remember now, the food industry has lobbied the FDA to change the laws that if you don't have 100% monosodium glutamate, if it's just less than that, like 97% or 99%, they can hide it in food and call it different things. They might call it hydrolyzed soy protein, hydrolyzed vegetable protein isolates, and so forth. Natural flavors. When you see those things, be very suspicious that there is glutamate in there, and that sensitizes your pain nerve endings and makes you more chronically in pain for a lot of you. Okay? It messes up your neurons, and it can kill the cells in your brain, your neurons, and so forth. Eliminate all dietary foods whatsoever, anything sugar-free. Okay. Number 2, fats. You want to get an oil change, right? So here's a nice article here about fats. American Academy of Pain Management, Wiener's Pain Management, A Practical Guide for Clinicians, 7th edition in 2006. Changes in modern diet are largely responsible for the increased incidence of essential fatty acid imbalances. Essential fatty acids, the ones that are all of our cells in our bodies need. The ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fats has changed dramatically due to the widespread use of vegetable oils, which are the omega-6s. We don't want too many of those, omega-6s. In cooking and the processing of oils to alter the omega-3 fats for shelf life. Why do we start putting all of this stuff in processed foods and crackers and candies and baked goods? Because of shelf life. If it stays solid at room temperature, great. But if something has a high omega-3s, it's going to be liquid at room temperature, so we put added hydrogen in them and so forth, okay? Historical estimates place the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fats in our ancestors at 1:1. Around the turn of last century, 119 years ago, it was around 4:1, the safe zone, anywhere from 1:1 to 4:1 omega-6 to omega-3. 15:1, you're at the risk of a chronic disorder. The average American is 25:1. The sharp rise is due to increased vegetable oil consumption. Vegetable oil, canola, soy oil, safflower, soybean oil, corn oil, Any of them with all of those names are out. The only oils, in my opinion, that should be used for cooking in your body are 3. Coconut oil you can cook with, avocado oil you can cook with, and olive oil I think you can use cold. Other than that, throw it all the rest of it away. The sharp rise is due to increased vegetable oil consumption from 2 pounds per year in 1909 to 25 pounds per person per year in 1985. We need an oil change from bad fats and trans fats and deep fried fats to the healthy fats that I mentioned. And then number 3 is sugar. For people in chronic pain, we have to get through our addiction in sugar. A lot of people recommend, if you're going to do the no sugar thing, is to go cold turkey. This book has been told I should read, and I will be reading this shortly. This is from Robert Lustig, medical physician. Now, he is the pediatric endocrinologist that I talked about here in the past, and he wrote the book Fat Chance. Fantastic book. His newer book, is called The Hacking of the American Mind, the science behind the corporate takeover of our bodies and brains. Wow, he's pulling no punches. The one undeniable fact is that all of the items in the grocery store, sugar is the only one that is independently associated with depression and addiction and metabolic syndrome. Only sugar has been independently associated with those 3, depression and addiction and metabolic syndrome. And as we've already noted, it's undoubtedly the cheapest way to pleasure and the surest path to unhappiness. But fear not, there does appear to be one dietary item that can mitigate the damage that sugar does to the brain and promote the biochemistry and the processes that can predispose us to happiness. And perhaps not surprisingly, its presence in the diet correlates positively with tryptophan and negatively with sugar. In other words, the nemesis of sugar is, what is this magic chemical? It's omega-3 fatty acids of all things, a type of fat, something we were told to avoid 40 years ago. Stay away from all fats. Another item that's pretty hard to come by in the Western diet. Perhaps this is another reason that our happiness has eluded so many of us. When we want to fight chronic pain with diet, the reason we don't do it in this country is it doesn't make anybody money. And if everyone did these things that I'm talking about here, our 401ks would drop because big food stock would drop and our pharmaceuticals would drop and stock prices would drop and your 401k would be worth less money. And this is also hard. It's easy to pop a pill. I've had other people tell me this. Well, it's much easier to pop a pill than to do this. However, you steal your health, you steal your brain and your body without making these changes. I'm Dr. Scott Fuller.